All right, fellas, this is the second feature release video for Artnet2Twinkly version 3.13.4. This one is about hacking the Twinkly line. Now, some of you may already know that you can do this, but if you have a Twinkly line device, for example, this one, and you right-click on it, I have the ability to set the length of it. Normally, this is only good for adding a third extension or a third strip on it, or even a fourth technically, but it's technically possible to run RGB strips off of the thing if you change the plug out or do various other things. So in this case, I have these strips. This is made up of 3 separate RGB strips. And the problem is that the device is normally GRB. Well, your strips don't have to be GRB. And in fact, mine aren't. Mine are RGB. So what you can do is now, with this change, I can go in here and I can say, make them RGB. And hit OK. And it works immediately. If you're looking at your strip when it happens, you should see the colors change immediately on the lights. You will need to do this if you want to map them. It's not necessarily something you would have to do if you are just using it in X lights, because the color order only affects the built-in effects. It does not affect the output from streaming, because all of the devices expect RGB in that order coming in from streaming. So that's not a factor. But it is a factor if you're just mapping them, because the mapping doesn't work that way. The mapping uses a different endpoint than streaming does, and it will not map right. So now that I've changed this to RGB, I'm able to map it, which I've already done. See, this one here, for example, is already set to RGB. And in fact, I can verify that this one now is too. And then I can map them with curtains in a group, and there you have it. So this group is made up of 3, 4, 5, 6 RGB strips that I bought at Costco, and 2 Twinkly curtains. And I have 2 more that I just don't have deployed yet. Okay. Anyway, so that's the second feature. It's a feature for hacking the line. If anyone asks me and gives me a reason, maybe I can enable it for candies or something too, because those actually support RGB pixels as well if you hack the end off of them. Or if anyone possibly needs to change the color gamut of a like a 100 length string or something that was wrong in the box. I mean, currently I just have it locked to line because I'm not sure if those other needs are there. If they are, let me know, and I'll unlock them for it. Anyway, that's all I got for this feature release. John out.